Behind Dutch Headlines, the who, why, and how of politics and media.
Hey, it's me, Greg Shapiro, the American Netherlander. Here's what you need to know to join the Dutch conversation. This week, the top 3 headlines provided by Dutch News.nl. It looks like the European economy might be recovering a little bit. There was an official royal funeral for Prince Friso, and Dutch Rabobank slammed in the LIBOR scandal. We don't even have time to talk about those issues. For more, you can see the link, or you can listen to our podcast on our Facebook page. This week, the Dutch are going to Mali. Why is the Dutch military getting involved in Mali, you may ask? Well, there's a proud history of military intervention in the Netherlands, and to sum up, it started in the Golden Era, when the tiny Dutch Navy took on the mighty Spanish in an era called, let's say, piracy. And it worked pretty well. Then, of course, there was centuries of neutrality. World War I, where the Dutch said, we'll sit this one out. And World War II, where neutrality didn't end so well. But that led to internationality, in which the Dutch eventually got involved in the coalition of the willing, looking for weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. They didn't find any, but they did find a job for this guy as head of NATO. It almost made up for the misadventures in Yugoslavia, in Srebrenica, which is a traumatic event for the Dutch when the Muslim enclave was not so safe after all. In fact, it led to the downfall of the Dutch cabinet in 2002. After Afghanistan, it led to the downfall of the Dutch cabinet in 2010. With such a recent track record, one wonders why the Dutch cabinet is now getting involved in another international peacekeeping mission. According to Mark Rutte, Mali is in our backyard, proving that Americans are not the only one with questionable geography skills. But if all goes well, hopefully, the next time that there is a leaked list of countries whose phone calls have been spied on by the NSA in America, and it includes people like Merkel and France, Hollande, maybe if all goes well, next time, Mark Rutte will make the list. Next up, let's check in with our Brussels correspondent, Wytze van der Gaast. And Wytze, what is the European reaction to this whole NSA spying scandal?
Well, Greg, once more the quote from Henry Kissinger, if I want to talk to Europe, who do I call? Nowadays, it's not so much about who you call, but who actually gets the message. And that is this guy, Keith Alexander, head of the NSA and chief spy of the USA. He was in a congressional hearing last week in response to the European outrage over the phone tapping of many European leaders. Basically, Merkel had said to Obama, "Barack, back off, I need some space." Well, Keith Alexander was not impressed. Basically, his message was, let the Europeans cry it out. We will do what's in our best interest. And at the moment, we're the biggest, so we're the baddest. Well, that was not the answer Brussels was hoping to hear.
Okay, Wytze, so on behalf of Europe, I get it. America is a bit of a target right now, but is there anything Europe can do to prevent this from happening in the future?
Well, Greg, again, Henry Kissinger, if I want to talk to Europe, who do I call? It's not so much who you call, but what you call with. For years, Angela Merkel used an old-school, European-designed Nokia phone. After the scandal broke out, she upgraded to a Canadian-designed BlackBerry phone. So far, so good, you would think. However, Nokia has just sold their mobile unit to Microsoft, and BlackBerry, on the verge of bankruptcy, is talking to Facebook. Two companies known to be located pretty close to where this guy is holding office. And with the Chinese known for doing some cyber spying themselves, and the Russians handing out dodgy USB sticks, to be sure of your privacy at the moment, there's actually not much you can do. Unless, of course, you resort to some really old-school communication tools. That's it from Brussels. Talk to you next week.
And And finally, to help celebrate the 10th annual edition of the Expatica I Am Not a Tourist Trade Fair, the Behind Dutch Headlines cameras were there. We found a number of expats and internationals and asked them questions about the Netherlands. What do you like about it? What do you not like so much? With finally the question that we made them answer, should I stay or should I go?
Stay, definitely.
Someday I will go.
I'm staying.
The expat, this is great. This is great. Okay, was that good?
I love the rain. No, I don't. It's actually, I like that people are straight ahead here. Like they just tell you what they think. I like it. It's a good quality. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice thing. It's easy to be with people here. You can get friends easily. You can, and you understand what they think about you. So I would say it.
And that's it for this week. You can watch more of the Should I Stay or Should I Go columns coming up. But yeah, we had a good time at the I Am Not a Tourist Fair. And again, if you'd like to follow us on Facebook, please like the page. You can go to our YouTube channel. And until next week, thank you very much.